Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Exercise number 5. Old book 1, part 2. 80 word per minute speed ready. The room takes on a new beauty in the changing light of the coal fire, and peace is in our hearts, full stop. Afternoon tea in summer is never quite so sweet an experience as afternoon tea in winter, full stop. New paragraph. When I was a child, an old friend of my mother used sometimes to come to see us, full stop. On even happier days, we went to see her, full stop. Whether she was a relation of my mother or my father, I do not know, full stop. We all called her dear Miss White, and as is so often the case with children, we asked no questions about her, full stop. I remember that she was little, and that we thought her very old, full stop. We loved her because she was kind to us, and sometimes gave us pennies or even a shilling, full stop. Afternoon tea, dear Miss White used to say, is not a time for taking food, full stop. It is just afternoon tea, full stop. I was never quite clear what she meant by that, full stop. In fact, I was never quite sure of the meaning of many of her statements, but whatever her views were, she held them strongly and stated them strongly, full stop. It is many years now since the days when we know dear Miss White, and in the years between I have taken afternoon tea in many places, but the words still call up in my mind the picture of afternoon tea at Miss White's, full stop. Her house was a town house, one of many just like it from the outside, full stop. But inside, how different it was from any other town house I have known. Sign of exclamation. Life never moved quickly there, Sometimes one had a momentary feeling that time itself had stopped, full stop. The day would begin about 9, and a little work would be done, without much sound or effort, during the morning hours, full stop. A very little quickening of movement might be observed between the hours of 12 and 1, then there would be a falling back into restfulness during the early afternoon, full stop. But as the hour of afternoon tea grew nearer, there would come a feeling of interest, which increased as the minutes passed, full stop. And at least the most important hour of the day was with us, full stop. Then Miss White would take her place at the tea table, comma, and serve us tea with loving care, comma, telling us stories about the events of the week, full stop. It was at these time that she would make her surprising statements, comma, or pass her even more surprising judgments on the actions of some of her friends, full stop. New paragraph. After all, comma, I think Miss White was right, full stop. Afternoon tea has some special quality that has nothing to do with the food we are offered or the tea we may drink, full stop. Even on the long distance train, comma, when the act of drinking tea becomes in itself an art, comma, the announcement tea is served carries with it more efforts than the announcement dinner is served, full stop.